Okay, so today I thought I'd make a quick video about how to create a flashlight effect in React 3 Fiber. So obviously what you'd need is React 3 Dre, React 3 Fiber obviously. You can do this with 3JS as well, but obviously you'd have to do things a little bit differently because I think that would be working with the classes. Um, Honestly, just the physics engine of your choice. With this one I chose Rapier, but I think you can use Canon and MoJS as well. And obviously the other prerequisite that you would need is just the 3D object of a flashlight, or you can just do it without the flashlight and just play around with the position of the spotlights and things. Um, and then yeah, so obviously just a very basic first-person controller, and that just utilizes the camera from the Use3 hook. And yeah, so let's just go right into it to show you what the scene looks like from now. It's a very basic scene, just a floor and a AE box, and it's what the flashlight looks like. So we'll be using that. And the first order of business, I think, would be obviously to copy the flashlight. Actually, give you an idea what's going to happen. We're going to use four light sources essentially. So this will be the ambient light. We'll just go over here to show. So the first one will be the ambient light, and this will be the outer ring, and this will be like the inner ring, and this is just the backflash, and I'll explain why in a minute why we're creating a little backflash. So let's go flash ref dot current position copy, and then just throw in the camera position there as well. Camera dot position, and that should work. But you'll see now why it's not a quick fix. So this is the front part of the flashlight, and this is the back side. Obviously, you have to copy the rotation as well, because otherwise, yeah, you can imagine it's almost like having a flashlight go right through your head. So that's not great. So yeah, the other thing would be to do the same thing but with the rotation. So actually, just take some time. Go here, V, and then just do rotation. In retrospect, I probably could have typed it all. But this is fine for now. There you go, finish. Okay, so as you can see, you're gonna have to create the offset as well. Because now it just looks like you have a flashlight coming from your nose, which isn't idyllic. So what we do is I've found that the better option was to actually translate instead of doing a manipulation of the position itself. Instead of doing flash ref current position, what equals negative something or plus or whatever. I found that translate works the best. So translate x, for example, and 0.2. We do the same thing with the x value, the z value, or not the x value. Z, and we just say negative 0.35 and capitalize Z over there. And there you go. So it's all set a little bit better now. Obviously, you have to change the Y value. And you could do the same with the Y value, but I just don't like the fact that it's stuck. Like as you can see, it's always stuck in that position. It looks kind of wonky. So what I did was just actually we can put it here since we're doing the position. Camera, not camera. Flash ref dot current dot position y equals camera dot position dot y minus 0.15, and I got all these values beforehand from playing around, like maybe a good few hours, embarrassingly, to find out the best option. But this works for what I wanted to keep at least. So use time and then just 3.5. I'll explain what all this means in a minute or right now. So we're just using time, the epoch time, however you say it, and that's just to change that value into a little bit more accessible number. What's good times. And this is just I guess you can say what the sign graph will look like. So the higher the number, the crazier the sign graph. So say now this is like a 2, it'll be something like that. Or if it's a 1, it'll be a little bit lower. So the higher the number, the bigger the sine graph is, or the longer the sine graph is. And this is just the amount of time it takes for the sine graph to complete its, I guess, say function or its plotting of the graph. So yeah, so this is just the amount of time it takes to plot the graph, and this is just the intensity of the graph itself. So that's what it looks like for now. And the reason why I want to have a backflash, because as you can see, if you get away from the light, you can not really see the flashlight. It kind of looks like a black blob on the dot. It looks like a black blob on the screen. Yeah, so we can create a backflash to counteract that. It's not gonna look great, but it's gonna look a little bit better than what it is now. Obviously, first order of business is to switch the lights off, so you can actually see what the scene is gonna look like with the flashlight. So we can take all this out. There we go, and everything's black, well, except for the sky. What we can do, we just say black. Can just do a quick reload. For some reason, it's got directional light. There you go. Okay, cool. So now it's all gone. You can't see anything. So here comes the important part. Would be these spotlights. You can use the point lights, but I use the point light for the little backflash of the flashlight. So we can just go over here and just, well, we don't really have to check actually, because we already checking for flash ref that current. Actually, no, that's fine. Otherwise, we're going to be checking for each light. So we can go over here, make a comment, ambient light, and the first thing you have to do is actually give in the parameters, or you can actually flash ref current to explain why the parameters have to be added in. Add light ref1 current, and then obviously you have to add the target as well. So flash ref current, add light ref1 current target. As you see, there's not really much happening. Actually, the spotlight is added, but it's added, I think, to the middle or to the back of the flashlight, so it's not actually that bad. And it's giving me an idea actually to make a better backflash, but we'll do that in some other time. But yeah. So now you can add the intensity. So light current dot intensity equals, and again I got all these values off screen. Well, not really off screen, it's from a different project that I did. I was just reiterating over the values that I used over there. But yeah, it did take some time to get these ones. Actually, before I do the angle, just show you what the reason for the angle is. The boing angle. I think we have to change the position as well. But yeah, so let's continue. Flash ref dot current dot angle equals 0.015 actually. I don't think go here. Flash ref target 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 equals no, it's not there. There you go. Okay, so it should work. Why is it not doing anything? What did I say? Targets. Okay, so that took me quite a bit of time to realize my mistake. It's not flash ref, it's actually light ref. Yeah, embarrassingly long time to realize that. So light ref, if I can spell properly. There you go. And then also another mistake I made was the position. So I think it should look a little bit better. Okay, cool. So there's the, I think I did the angle wrong there. I just changed the colors. Oh no, it's just the floor is blue, the box is red, that's why. Angle, it should be 0.15 actually, I think it should be 1.15. And there you go, so that's the ambient light. Okay, cool. So now, we can actually change that to, no, that's fine. We'll sort everything out later. Like if1 dot current dot extend equals 25 and light one dot light one dot current dot decay. Decay is just the rate at which the light decays over the distance. And next link number one dot current dot number. And this just changes the intensity of the edge of the light. So it's not as sharp. It's a little bit what's the name? It looks a little bit shadowy at the edge instead of so being so sharp. And yeah, that should be it. And let's go over here, outer ring. Outer ring. Use the same here, just copy and paste. And then just change the values as we go on. And also do that, do that. Cool. So this one will be -3 instead. This one will be a little bit higher, 55. Angle will be a little bit higher as well, 2.35. Distance will be further, it will be 40. Decay will be a little bit higher, 2.5. And number will be a little bit lower, 0.1. And I think this will actually be like the first, as you can see. There you go. So here's the first little light. And just to explain the number a little bit better, so now we'll increase this to 8. Okay, I think that was happening. So, okay. I don't understand why this two lights. I think it's the other light coming in. But yeah, so it's actually a really cool effect. I like that. The number is just the sharpness of the edge. The higher the number, the less sharp it is. So the lower the number, the sharper it is, like that. So it actually looks better with the 0.8. So I'm going to change that to 0.8. It looks a lot better actually. And so there you go. Kind of like the way it looks with the changing up. So it's just the sharpness of the edge essentially. And yeah, so let's go over here, main light. Main light. And we can copy everything and paste them again, Control C and then Control V. And just changing it to 3, 3, 3, 3. Okay, there you go. So I'll just change the values as well. I think the angle over here will be a little bit smaller. So the intensity will be higher, so it'll be 200. The angle will be less. Or the angle will be 0.25. 0.25 will be smaller. Distance will be a little bit further. Actually, no, it'll be the same. Decay will be the same. It'll actually be, yeah, it's the same. I think. Yes, it's the same. And the number will be 0.5. And let's see. So as you can see, there's an outer ring and a main part. So there you go, little flashlight. And also it casts the shadow of the box. And also just create the backlight of the light. We can do that now. So here, we'll make a comment. Flash. And it's probably easy actually. You just go flash ref current and you go like current and go. And also just the changing of the target. So light ref dot current dot target dot position dot z equals 0.145. I think I should bring it a little bit more forward. I think I do a quick reload. Something not right. Position. Light ref for the current position. Why is that not working? Okay, let's try sorting it out. Actually, I don't think I have to change that. I'm just going to quickly. Okay, yeah, I was right. I didn't actually have to change the target position because I already changed it over there. So what you can do is just do light ref dot current dot intensity equals 0.125, and it should be working. And there you go. So you can kind of actually I like it a little bit better without the intensity being so low. So you can do that, and there you go. I think reload quickly maybe. And yeah, you can see the flashlight a little bit better. And yeah, there's the light, and obviously you can see the ambient light as well, and the outer ring and the inner ring. And yeah, I think a nice neat thing as well if you go up to close the light as well, or the light goes away. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, it's not the best, but it gets the job done. So yeah, and I learned a few things as well going over. I made this project I think maybe 2 months ago, 3 months ago. So I forgot quite a few of the nuances, and yeah, it's kind of cool going over them again. So yeah, there you go.